Alright, so let's set these back up. One dagger, lots of agility, one shield, and all that magic. That's what we rolled. Alright, but it is his turn. And we want him to deal with the convergence, but I also would love to get through that portal. Alright, what's his movement? 1. So he has a total of 1, 2, 3 moves. 1, 2. This is not good. Not good at all. Does he have any other way to move? Yeah. With a magic, he can gain 2 shield and move 1. So if I use run to move 1, then use this to gain a 2 shield and move 1. That puts me there. And then when I sprint, I can sprint through the portal. Okay. So I need to figure out which dice I want to use on run. So what else do I want to do this turn? There is a shield and a magic, which will allow me to gain another 2 shield and deal 1. That's good. I still got all this open. And I'm figuring I got to put 1 on run. Alright, a magic and a shield. And I might be able to do a lot of damage, because if I use these down here, after I get all these shields, I can do a lot of damage on the convergence. Alright, so what we're going to do, oh, and this is one or the other, it's not both. So I want to run. But I also need a sprint, because I got to sprint through the shields. So I got to save this one. Have to have this one. Want to have these. Want to use that on that. And I have to use one of these on that. It doesn't matter which one. Put this one. So then we'll use this one on run, which will allow me to move 1. Then I put this to gain a 2 shield. And move 1. So I move into his square. And that's his 2 actions. Alright. And he has these dice left. Now we deal with the assassins. Alright. So last time I got attacked and went ahead and spin it. Because I know I need the daggers. I want to roll this one. This one. I have to sprint through, so I gotta hold on to that. It's good enough. I don't need to cleanse, so I can roll that one. That's for my sprint. This is for that, and I'm looking for 2 daggers for that. I also need a movement, so I might as well keep that. And I have to spend this on the tactics. Right, so we spend that, get the tactics, spin the tactics, re-roll these 3. There we go. That's the plan. Now, will we roll as good as we did last time? Is the question. Because I need 2 daggers. And I did not get them. Got one of the 2 that I needed. Then I got these 2. Which are absolutely useless to me. All right, but we're going to go ahead and spin this to do the 1 damage and kill him. And then we have to re-roll. You still on the dice can? Yep. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe we'll get lucky and roll the rare. Oh, we did. Remove this card in elite model from the game. Alright, so we're going to take you to the board. The dagger thing didn't work out, but that did. So this guy's not out of the game. He is now out of the game. No more elite to deal with. So we cut a break. And that is their 2 actions. So now we're back over here to the clockwork. What board are y'all on? I'll take y'all to the clockwork. Alright. Now I'm thinking about doing this so I can bump one of these up to 4. I have to save this for sprint. Then I want to do this, so I need either these or one of these and one of these. So I can do any one of them. It doesn't matter which one I spend. This one here to gain a 2 shield. That'll bump one of them up to 4. And do 1 damage. Alright, now I gotta decide if I want to put it on the card that's running or the card that's coming. Resolve special, which is the tornadoes, and we're cutting across the board, so I'm not really worried about that one. Each hunter. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put it on this one. We're gonna try and prepare to take this card out next round. Alright. And so what did he do? He did this. So it's his turn again. And he's going to do this. A shield and a magic. So that he can move 2, which we're not going to move. And then 1 damage for each 2. And then so he's going to do 3 more damage. Put that at 4. Okay. So now we are on to the twins, who, if they can somehow do 2 damage, they can knock that out. Oh, wait, I forgot to get our lament. Knocking out the elite. Can y'all figure out a way to do 2 damage? I just don't think y'all can. Because you can't do this. You don't have the double daggers. Because he does not have to sprint through the portal. But I just don't have the double daggers. I've got a way to clear tactics to get another tactic. I don't have a shield to do this. Oh, this is so bad. And he has a movement left, but that's not gonna help me. And his actions are pretty much spent. I can give him, I might do this. Do an assist so that he can cleanse, get rid of those hungers. And then, we might just go ahead and sprint. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I don't want to activate those minions, so we're going to go here. Grab this lament. We can't take burns because we don't take negative effects. All right, so that was 1, 2. I got 2 more movements. Now I could send the shadow through. Remember, they say minions ignore the shadow. So I wonder if he can move within 1 and not activate them. But what he could do, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can go that way. Oh, he can't pick up. Ugh. Maybe I should have done this the opposite way. Yeah, but she's not. By the time she gets over there, she's not gonna, because she can get 3. She can get to the chest. I might swap these two. Let him come through this way. Let her come through this way. All right, so how many actions is that for them? They did an assist and they did a sprint, so it's back over here. All right, this guy's going to spend this on cleanse. Oh, wait. Well, they can get rid of the status effect, but you can't get rid of hunger that way. How can you get rid of hunger? I forgot. Oh, spending lament gets rid of hunger. All right. And he's going to sprint. Right? Yeah, sprint. His movement is 1, so he's going to go 1, 2, and pop up here. All right, so now we're back over to the twins. We're going to spend this. They'll have no need to cleanse. I have a bunch of dice that I am just not going to be able to use. I'm going to run, which is 3. Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, 1, 2, bug down on 3. Can't take negative effects, so that's good. Oh. Can't interact with the chest because he didn't have any more, ran out of movement. 1, 2, slide down 1, back up 3. I don't see any way to move 1. Yeah, I see nothing to do. And they're going to have to pass. 2 dice that just didn't get used. Come over here to the clockwork. He's got no dice. I don't think there's an interact there. Nope. He has to pass. So that's that. And we go on to the event phase. How many events do we have left? 4. Okay. Oh, wait. We got her critical injury. This is at the beginning of the resolve. There are no elites. There's not. Heal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove this card, and that's it. So this card is now out of the game. Alright, so now we do the event. Alright, I'll let y'all see the event real quick. Get dice out of there. Let y'all see that event real quick. Let me get that off the way. Go to the dice cam. That's the event. I'm going to go back to the main board so I don't mess this up. Okay, place 1 lament on 7. There's a lot of lament on the board. Each hunter places 1 stun token on their run and sprint with dice on them. So Now we got a bunch of stuns to deal with. Oh, this is so bad. We're not doing the graveyard, so that's it. That event is out. Minions. Alright, how many minions are there? There's this one here, and that's it. There's no minions behind him. These guys are in this space. So there's none within 3. Nope. So he's going to move 3. He's already got a 2 shield. 1, 2, float down, go back up, 3. And there's nobody in 0 to 1. So that's the end of his turn. The elite phase is now done. And we go to this card, which I showed y'all earlier. Focus, resolve, special. Alright, special. This is a tornadoes. That's activate tornadoes. And attack all hunters in 0 to 1 and move 2. So they're going to move 2 to closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? I'm going to take them toward her. How many? Move 2. So they're both going to go toward her. 1, 2. Okay. And then he's going to move 2. He's going to go the other way. 1, 2. Attack all hunters in line of sight with 2 dice. That would be him. And her. She's in line of sight too. You got to be kidding me. Alright, and tornadoes have none. So attack all hunters in line of sight with 2 dice. Well, that was bad luck. Alright, and this is the Grief Bound. We put y'all onto the dice cam before we roll this. Hopefully it's still running. Yep. Alright, we get the uncommon and the common. Let's look at our attack chart for the... Alright, the uncommon deals 3. The common deals 1 and 1 burn. So 4 damage and 1 burn. You've got to be kidding me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now we'll attack the other one, which will be farther one, which is the twins. Alright, so 2 damage and 1 burn. Alright, so they're both going to get a burn. 1, 2. She's going to take... Okay, guys, welcome back to the table. Last time when we stopped it, we had just dealt with the corruption for the Clockwork Giant. So now we got to deal with the corruption for the twins. See what they get. Card 1. First off, hunger. She has no hunger. She is on 11. Gain 2 hunger. All right, well, so much for not having any hunger. For each hunger you gain, you may either move 1 or deal 1 and 0. Move 1 or deal 1 and 0. Okay, well, what she's going to do, for each hunger you gain, you may either move 1 or deal 1 and 0. So she's going to actually move 1, 2, and pick up this lament and another burn. So that actually kind of worked out in her favor. And then we're done with the corruption phase. All right. Corruption phase. Now we're on the lament spending phase. Starting with the clockwork. He is going to spend 2 to move up to 10. Yeah, he definitely has to roll some magic. He's got a lot of stuff on him. Not good. Anyway, let's draw his 2 evolution cards, see what we get. Alright, the dice cam I know is not on, so we'll get that flipped on. Go to the dice cam, I have to line it up. I forgot to get the lands out. Alright, let's get this lined up. There we go. Put those 2 cards in there for y'all to get a quick look at. A little bit of glare, but not as bad as yesterday. Alright, let me pick these up. See what we want to do. The way I'm looking at this, guys, I think these next 2 turns, because we only have 3 more turns to finish this. These next 2 turns are really, I think, going to determine the game. If we do not do some serious damage onto the Griefbound, we are going to lose this game. Alright, anyway. Cleanse procedure. For a double shield, choose 1. Gain a 2 shield for each defense slot you have. Discard 1 status token for each defense. So he can get rid of 2 status tokens for a double shield, which would be nice. But he's only got 3 status, because remember, hunger is not considered a status token. Then he has power transfer. For any dice, resolve the effect depending upon the gear. Gear 1, deal 2 in 1, 0 to 1. Gear 2, defense. So we will be on gear 2 this round. Discard 3 status tokens or move 2. How many dice does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The thing is, he hasn't had a lot of... So I'm going to take this power transfer. It's a nice little way to get his shields up. He has to get rid of the 2 curses this turn, because I don't want this curse of vulnerability. Alright, and so we're going to put this one on the bottom. And he has, unfortunately, none left over to get rid of the curses. Alright. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 to actually flip. So first off, we're going to spend 2. And go up to 13. Draw us 2 cards. She hasn't even come close to doing her mission. She's got twin. Well, let me put this. Oh gosh, did I leave y'all on the dice cam again? I sure did. I'm sorry, guys. Let me let y'all look at those real quick. I think from now on, before I pull the cards out, I'm going to switch over to. We'll go to the twins. All right, let's see what we got here. Twin Cascade. For a double move or a double dagger, deal 2 and 0 to 1. On a kill, the Shadow Mill deal 1 and 0. If the shadow kills an enemy, repeat this action. So that's oof. Got to have a lot of kills here. And I don't see that happening this round because she's got to come all the way back around to that portal. Pop up over here. My hope is to draw the tornadoes that way. Get the Griefbound this way. Maybe even fight the Griefbound. Hope she might pop up over there. Because we're going to have to go deal with that Griefbound. So I don't like the Twin Cascade for now. Poison Detonation. I think that's what we already have. No, it's not. We have Harming Effect. Choose an enemy in 0 to 1. Resolve 1. Deal 1 poison. Discard all poison. We're going to take a dice. I don't want either one of these. But the problem is, I think I am going to take this. She needs somewhere to spend some dice. We're going to take the Poison Detonation. Alright. Then we're going to spend 2 more to go up to 15, which all I think it does is flip to the corrupted side. All right. Keep our 2 hunger. We still got 2 more lament, which I may spend to get rid of the hunger. And just, all right, let's see what happens on the corrupted side. Everything's staying the same. After you flip, choose one. Heal 4 or deal 4 and 0 to 1 from the assassin or the shadow. We are definitely going to take the heal 4. That is an absolute definite. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's back on 8. Then I'm going to spend these last 2 lament to get rid of these 2 hunger. All right. So now, what can she do? When resolving movement actions, you may split the movement value. But no, that's the same. But now, for any dice, they can deal 2 poison and 0 to 1. For any dice, they can just deal 2 poison. It doesn't say which one, so that's not bad. Okay, we are through that phase. This is actually the first time I've actually flipped a character, guys. Oh, which reminds me, we also get to change our models. I'm going to put the new model in the cam for y'all to see. The shadow does not get a different model. Let's go to the dice cam. That is the new assassin model. Take y'all to the main board and put her there. All right, so she is now corrupted. All right, refresh step. Pass the first player token. Refresh all dice. Okay, get his dice. Return this. Oh, I forgot about the stuns. Forgot all about the stuns. So we are in a little bit of a bind with both our moves and sprint stunned. He has got hunger. He's got curses. He's got stuns. Oh, my. Okay, does he not have... Oh, he's got to switch his gear. I'm not going to put this in a box. I'm just going to read it to you. He's going to switch to gear 2, which lets him gain a 2 shield and has a movement of 0. So this 2 becomes a 4. So he's got 2 4 shields now. I should have used one of those when he attacked him in line of sight. I should have used one of my shields. I could have been back to 4 too. And that is it. Passively refresh. All right, so we got to roll. First player is now the twins. All right, so let's go to the dice cam for this roll. All right. Got a lot of magic. Or not a lot, but 3 magic, which we are going to definitely have to use because we need movement. All right, and once again, only 1 dagger. All right. What was it? I know you can spend magic now to do something. Each hunter may discard any number of magics to discard 1 status token for each discounted. All right. I may, this may be a setup round, and I'm going to get rid of 2 to get rid of the 2 burns. So I won't take the damage. Then I will use this one on cleanse when the turn comes to get rid of those. And we will use this as a setup round to get in position. All right. Let's roll. Sorry, guys. I know y'all didn't see that. I'll take you to the twins real quick, and then we'll... No, let's take you to the twins. So basically, discarded the 2, got rid of the 2 burns, and we're going to use this round as a setup round to try and get things ready, and then we're going to have to really go on the next round. All right, let's roll for the keeper. Well, not the keeper, sorry. The Clockwork. He got some magics as well. Let's see what this other dice is. A lot of double. Oh, 3 magics. That's good for him too. But he has a special situation with his disease. All right. Wow. 3 sets of double shields. Okay, let's take you to Clockwork. And let's decide. All right, let's read this real quick. As long as you have this card, you cannot discard burned or stuns. All right, so he is going to drop 2 of these dice, just like she did, to get rid of the 2 curses. All right. That will get rid of this card. Secret card 2 is now gone, or 1. Put it right on top. Just have to remember to shuffle if you get another curse. He can also now use cleanse to get rid of his stuns. But he does have a burn he's going to have to deal with. And now we have to resolve all effects. This is where he would take his burn. So, I'll just take the 1. Don't like it. We'll just take the 1. Okay, and we are back to the hunter phase. All right, let's go to the board as we plan this out. All right, first thing we're going to do is go ahead and cleanse because we are got to get in position. That's going to clear these stuns out. All right, now we have no shield. I can use this 1 defense to gain a 2 shield. If the shadow is 0 from the assassin, I can gain a 4 instead. But I don't think that's going to happen. All right, but I could spend this 1 dagger. I have to choose 1. No, that's not what I was hoping for. I was hoping I could do both, but I can't. Mm. I need to really decide what I want these enemies to do. I definitely want the tornadoes to keep going that way. The question is, do I want to fight the Griefbound here? Move this way, set up for him. We're going to have these 2 guys. That one will probably, maybe could get taken out by the assassin. Shadow can probably take out that one. Alright. I don't think I can do all of it, though. Alright. So let's think. If we're going to try to do the fight here, the assassin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She needs 5 movement to get through there. Sprint would have to be the last one. She'd have to use the move to be within 4. Move up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if she uses move, she could get that chest. She doesn't really need the healing, so maybe she could get something else out of it. But before I do that, I might just spin this dagger and let the shadow deal 1 and 0 and kill off this guy. Alright, that gets us another lament. Alright. So now we come over here to the Clockwork, who's also going to spend his magic to cleanse his 2 stuns. Alright. So he's a lot more limited now. He cannot sprint this turn because he has no agility. Now, he does have a tactic, but I really need to get him a green dice. That might be his goal. Try and hit 13 and get a dice. Now, I do want to look at reel in. Deal 1 damage and 0 to 3. So he has to be within 3. So if he's here, 1, 2, 3, that would be there. So he needs to get to here. Deal 1 damage and 0 to 3, and then deal 1 addition for each space between you. And attack, and you teleport. So I need to get to here. So that's 1, 2. His movement, unfortunately, is 0. So even if he sprints, he can only move 1. Does he have anything else that allow him to move? He can gain a... Oh, he has no magic. Can't do that. Here, this can move 2. Oh, this is so tough. Alright. To move him this... Well, he has to be in line of sight. So here, he has to get here. Alright. I don't think he has any other movement options. What's this one? We are in gear 2, so that doesn't help. Oh, we have no way of getting... Well, I can get there, but I'm going to lose the rest of the abilities. So if I spit this here, I can move 2. Then I would do a bunch of damage, but it's in 0. Then for reel in... Nope, I can't reel in. It doesn't matter. I needed the double magic. So if I keep the double magic and leave the stuns on there, then spend a double shield to move 2 to here, then spend a double magic and another double shield, I could deal 1 and then another, so I'd do 4 damage to him, which would be enough to, more than enough to knock out that card, because that card only needs 2 more. And unfortunately, I don't see us doing enough, no other damage to him, because they're going to be moving and sprinting, and all they have is a shield. Which I could use the other one. Huh. This is pretty bad, guys, that I cannot do what I want to do. I'm going to overkill that card with that much damage. But I may have to do it. I may have to just do it. I'm going to spend a double shield to move 2. 1, 2. Then I'm going to spend a double magic and another double shield to do the reel in, which allows me to deal 1. So that takes that 4 to 5. And then 1 additional damage for each space between you. So that will kill off that card excessively. All right, so let's pick up both of these cards. This is another card out of the game, which now, unfortunately, because of the way I've done things, oh, there they are. There's my out of the game cards. All right, there they are. All right. We've already seen this card, so I'm not going to put it over there again. All right, I have to roll 1 dice. I'd really like to not refill the attack track, but we'll see. That, my friends, is the uncommon. And we got it. We got the uncommon. Yep. So let's go back to the board. So we do not fill the tack track. So the Grief Mound is going to do nothing this turn. So I need to decide. Because the X part of this card is I can reel him into here. I think I'm going to do that. Go 1, 2, 3. Now that I know he's not going to attack, set him up for next round. We go back to the Twins. All right. The Twins need to set up. First thing we're going to do is run. We're going to spend... Do I want to spend the shield or do I want to spend one of the agility? Because I know I need the other agility to sprint, so she can sprint through that portal and end up here. Okay. I could put anything here if I can get... If I run, I could go 1. He could go 2, 3, get into this space. And then for any color, he can deal 1 poison. He could put another poison on him and start setting that up. So I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to run. Move him 2 spaces and go 1, 2. And then she's going to move 1 space and get this chest. Alright, so that is out of the game. Let's see what we get. Choose 1. Heal 4. Gain a black dice. Or gain 1 lament for each hunter. Gain 1 lament. Each hunter heals 2. Oh, I can get another black dice. Because he can't heal. She only needs to heal 1 to be at max. So I think we're going to take the black dice. We are going to take this black dice. Right, so that is now out of the game. Alright. So that was just a move. So we still have 2 hour action. 1 more action. So I'm going to spin this shield on this ability and put 1 poison token onto the Convergence. Alright, so that's our 2 actions. So now we go back to the Clockwork, who has 1 double shield. He doesn't need to gain a 4 shield, so there's no need to put it there. He can't put it there. He can put it up there. Gain a 2 shield or deal 1 in 1. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to put this here. Gain a 2 shield, which you can't use, but then he can deal 1 damage and 1. That will put 1 damage on this card. Start setting that up for next round. Alright, and then he has nothing else he can do. Nothing, right? So he has to pass. Alright. So then we go back over here to the Twins, who are going to use this last agility to sprint. Alright. So unfortunately, it's not going out as well as I like, but she is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now I don't think they have any other actions that they can do. So she has to pass. Okay, we are set up. Let me see how many cards this guy has left. He has 1 in the discard pile, 1 there, and 2 there. So we have to kill 2 more cards to get into the final part of the battle. We only have to kill 2 more. Okay. So that is the hero phase. So then we go to the event phase. Alright, how many events we have left? 3. So we have just a couple more rounds after this one. Alright, I'll let y'all see that real quick. Just put it over there. Alright, that's the card. Pretty bad glare, but Gonna deal with it. I'm gonna take you back to the main shot, and we're gonna read this card. Bane to the Restrained. Place one Lament on Rift 2. Anybody see Rift 2? There's so much Lament out here, it's hard to tell where any of the rifts are. 3, 5, 6, 1, 7, 2. A lot of Lament out there to be had. Alright. Each hunter in 0 to 1 of a Lament Rift, which is only the assassin, checks their corruption and resolve. Gain 1 curse. Ugh, you gotta be kidding me. If you'd have been above 15, she wouldn't have got it. Yep. If she'd have been above 15, she wouldn't have got it. But she's going to gain a curse. There's nothing we can do about it. Alright. And that gets rid of another. And the next one is Graveyard Dragon, which we are not playing. So let's keep this straight. Alright, that is out of the game. We got to gain a curse, so we need the ones. Got to shuffle these up because we still have the one we have. Alright, we're on the main board, so let's shuffle these up. Put that one somewhere in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me flip it one more time. Let's make sure we hope we get something different. Put the curse down there. Put them back up there. And let's see. What did we get? Curse of Weakness. In the status step, for each curse you have, set 1 dice with a double symbol to the side with a single symbol. If you have no curses, put this. Okay. So basically, she has to switch 1 double to a single when she rolls. All right. So that's that. So the event's down, so we go to the minions. All right. Is there a hunter in 0 to 3? For this one, definitely. Move 3 and attack. So he's going to bump. Slide this over a little bit. See if we can make some room for this card. Bump the shadow out. Where do I want the shadow to go? I'm going to move him, just move from here. I don't think it really matters. And he's going to come into this square. All right. Attack with 2 dice. Let's see what happens. Let's go to the dice cam. All right. What we're really hoping for is the rare. We'll get nothing if we can get the rare. And we got an uncommon and a common. So he's going to suffer 2 damage and a stun. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and drop one of the shields because I don't want to take the damage. I'm already down to 6. So we're not going to, but we do have to take the stun. We have attacks. I'm going to put it on tactics. And that's him. Nobody else is in 3. He's too far away. They're definitely too far away, so they're all going to run. Move 3. 1, 2, back up to 3. Gain a 2 shield. And then, is there 100 0 to 1? No. All right, so he's going to move 3. All right. 1, 2, move down field 3. 3, we'll go here. Gain a 2 shield. And there's nobody in 0 to 1, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to end up here. Gain a 2 shield. And he is also not in 0 to 1. Okay, so that's it for the minions. We didn't miss anybody. Alright, so that's the minions. There is no elite, so that's over. The Convergence is not going to attack because he has nothing in his attack row, so we're just going to reset his attack row for next round. Alright. And then we move this over to a new stage card. Alright, let's see what this is. New stage card. This is Tempest Wrath. Oh my god. Level up the Griefbound and each elite enemy. Place this card near the event deck. This is a permanent event. Activate tornadoes. When do we do this? So the tornadoes are going to activate every time. This goes near the event deck. I'm just going to put it on top of that. We're not going to do that, I don't think. So I have to level them up to 3. I'm not worried about this. We don't have an elite. Alright, so he just went up to level 3. Did it say the Griefbound or just the elite? Level up the Griefbound. Level 3. That hurt. I'm going to go ahead and put a 3 here because I know sometimes you can get new elite, so I don't forget. That hurt, guys. That really hurt. That hurt. Okay, and so that is the end of the enemy phase. So now we deal with corruption. Now, here's the bad part. He has 2 hunger. She has none. So he could do damage to her here. I've seen it plenty of times. Who's first player? Twins. So twins go first. Let's deal with this corruption. Now, she has no hunger, so we don't have to worry about that. All right. Wait a minute. We should have more because we killed a card. How much did we get for killing that card? 1 each. All right. No hunger. Skip that. And she is on 15 down here. Gain 1 hunger. At the end of the corruption step, reshuffle. So after he gets his, I have to shuffle this deck, guys. All right. So he gets his 1 card. Hunger. Here it goes. Move 1 for each hunger you have. So he's going to back up 1. It's only 1 away. He has 2, I think. Yep. Let me slide this down just a touch. There we go. Deal 1 damage to all hunters in 0 for each hunger you have. For each damage dealt, discard 1 hunger. So he's going to do 2 damage. 1, 2. Knock her down to 6 and get rid of his 2. Alright, for his corruption, he is on 10. So he's in his second. You may gain 2 hunger to move 2. If you don't, gain 1 hunger. So he's going to gain 1. Does he want to move 2? I would rather move 1. And we're just going to take the 1 hunger. Okay, so that's it. I'll have to shuffle this deck. So it said at the end of this phase, shuffle deck. All right. All right, so there we go. Corruption deck is shuffled. All right, so where to now? Spending Lament. All right, he has 1, and he can use it to get rid of hunger. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend that to get rid of this hunger. She's going to spend 1 Lament to get rid of hunger. And then she's going to spend 1 Lament to upgrade to 16. All right. So she just got a free black dice. So we're really looking for a good card here is what we're looking for. All right. I'm going to put these in real quick and then try to remember to, before I take the cards out, go back to the twins. Oh, that camera shut off too. That's even worse. Sorry, guys. How long have I had y'all over there? All right. Should turn on. There it goes. Really, really sorry about that. We're going to take you out to the twins. All right. Let's see if either one of these is worth taking. Cut the tendon. I've seen this before. Deal 1 damage and 0 to 1. Deal 1 additional damage for each condition. If the enemy is poisoned, if the part is a leg or a wing, the shadow is in 0 of the assassin. That could be good. Remember there's 3 quick strikes. All right, we're going to take 3 quick strikes. We're going to cut the tendons up. All right, now what is next? Did that. Pass the first player token back over here. Refresh. Refresh the dice. Yep, and she needs to refresh hers. She has a lot of dice, guys. 8. Okay. Then he has to move his gear. We're gonna go from 2 to 3. Take 1 damage. Set 1 dice to chosen set. So he has to take 1 damage. And he gets to set a dice on anything he wants. Alright. What is the most important? I think cleanse is going to be absolutely vital. But with all those purples and nothing, well, there's a double magic. I don't think we're going to need real in this time, though. I really like this. I'm going to make sure that I have a double shield. So we're going to set this to double shield. And my movement this time is 1. Okay. So we have to roll dice, starting with the keeper, who gets to start out with a free double shield. Right, take a look at that real quick, guys. We'll put these over here. 1 dagger. We'll move this down. 2 single shields, a double shield, and plenty of magic. I think that's a decent roll, Graham. I'm going to roll hers real quick so we can get off of this dice cam before I forget. All right, see some movement. That's good. See lots of daggers. That's good. I see another dagger. I see a magic, and I don't know what this last dice is. Double shield. All right, let me take y'all to the main board so I am not forgetting. All right, so we rolled. Now we have to make some decisions. Okay, we're getting all dice. Okay, each hunter may discard a magic to discard 1 station token for each discard. All right, I want to use cleanse. So that will get rid of. We're going to spend this one to get rid of this burn so he doesn't take another damage. All right, so we've done that. We already removed his gear. And that's it. We are back to the hunter phase. All right. All right, we only need to plan this out. Who's first? He is. I think he doesn't have a force shield. Can I get a force shield? All right. I think Can I figure out a way to get a 4 shield? I don't think I can. I can spin this to cleanse. Just open up these two. That's one action. Then I can spin the shield to gain a 2. And deal 1 and 0 to 1. So I can deal 1 damage. Alright, 1 damage. Alright, that knocks the focus off of that at the very least. Let's see if I want to concentrate on this attack. All tornadoes move 3, so they're going to start coming down. Deal 3 damage to each hunter and 0 to 1 from the group and all tornado. Yeah, I think I do want to get rid of this. So this is where we're going to focus all our damage. Alright, let's see. How many cards we have left to get rid of, guys? 2. 1, 2. We got to get rid of 2 more cards. We'll make it to the final. Okay. So that's his 2 actions. He cleansed and he got a 2 shield and did 1 damage. Alright, so this is really going to be about the hunters. About the twins. Alright, so let's really think where our most damage is. The 3 quick strikes, the shadow has to be 3 plus away in order for that to work. That's only 3 damage. Right, that's only 3 damage there. Alright. I like to use this poison effect. I can get a 3rd poison on there with this. The assassin does 1 damage and 1 poison and 0. So she has to move into the space. Where do I need the shadow up close? But I really have to plan this out. But I can't do this. Spend a shield. Well, that shadow has to be a 0, which he is not. So we're instead of bumping, we were going to bump him. We're going to bump him with her. That way we can do this. Spin the shield. If the shadow's out, again a 4 shield. So spin the shield. Give her a 4 shield. Alright. That was just simple. I'm thinking about tacticking this or assisting this magic over. There's a reason I wanted to do that. And I can't think of what it is. Because he's going to double shield this. Oh, so he could do this. He can gain a 2 shield and move 1. That'll give him a 4 shield. Then he can do this. And he'll do 2 damage for every 4. So he'll do 4 damage. So he'll do 4 damage to that. That'll put that at 6. So I think I'm going to do that. We're going to assist with this magic. And that will be our 2 turns. Alright. We are on the right board, right? Yes. Alright, so now he is going to spend this magic to gain a 2 shield, which will bump this up to 4. And that also allows him to move 1, so he can move into the space. Alright. Then he is going to take that double shield that we made. He can move up to 2, so he's going to move 0. And he's going to do 2 damage for every 4 shield in 0. So he's going to do 4 damage. Alright, 3, 4. So that is now 6 out of 9. Let me see what this attack is going to do. Focus, move 4. He's not going to. I don't care about the focus on that one. All right. So that is his 2 actions. He got the 4 shield. He did the damage. So now we're back to the twins. All right. The twins have got to come up with 3 damage between them, which I think we can do. I think 3 quick strikes would do it. But he has to be 3+ away. And she has to be in that square, right? Yeah. So to be 3+ away, he'd have to go 1, 2. He'd have to activate those minions. We don't want to do that. He can move 3. Don't want to do this. I think we're gonna don't worry about the 3 quick strikes because I don't. Oh, he could teleport through. That would put him 3+ away. So if I sprinted and went 1, I could go 2 and land on these coffins, and then maybe she can teleport to the shadow maybe at some point and pick up those coffins and see what's in them. That would put him 3+ away. And with the rest of the sprint, she can move into the space. Then we could spend this double to do 3 damage, and that would take that out. It would only cost me all my agility. I could not run anymore. That would cost me my agility. Alright. Oh, I forgot we got a curse. Oh, I have to flip something off of a double. We're going to flip this to a single. I mean, it didn't. I could flip that to a single. So you know what? We're going to flip that to the single. Leave this on the double. Alright. Because once I do this with the 3 quick strikes, do the 3 damage, now I can't get back because I can't sprint again. Then she can do this with one of the daggers, deal 1 and put a poison on him, which would put 3 poison, which will allow me to do this. I would like to do this. But I would love to do this. No, I don't have the agility to do that. Because if I spent the double daggers and one of the agilities, yeah, I can't do that. So we're going to leave that one out. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to sprint. We're going to use this little sprint. He is going to go 1, 2, and land on those coffins. And she's going to go forward, bump this dude out. All right, so that's one action. Then we are going to spend the double agility to... The shadow is now 3+ away, so I can do 3 damage to him. That'll put it at 9, so that'll kill that card. All right, that will kill that card. Another attack card out of the game. All right, so now we have to deal with this. All right, let's take a look. Move 2, heal 2, refill the attack track. They may move 2, which I don't know if they want to or not. Do not, that would be great. I would love to get the common. Can move 2, all hunters and 0 to 2. May move 1 and refresh one chosen action. All right, so let's just roll it. Just stop worrying about what we want. Let's just see what we get. And we get the uncommon. Do not refill the tech track. What an amazing roll, guys. That is going to be 2 turns in a row where the Convergence is not going to attack. All right. So that was 2 actions. So now we're back over here to the clockwork. All right, he has a dagger and a shield. Where did the... Okay, there it is up there. The only attacks he has less, he has reel in, which is going to do him no good. He doesn't need to reel in. Power transfer from gear 3. Discard 3 status tokens. He only has 1. Sprint. He doesn't need to sprint. Oh, man, I can't think of nothing to do. Well, I mean... nothing. He has nothing to do. He might as well do it, though, but I'm trying to figure out which dice to save. Because he can always assist and send one over to them. They got plenty of daggers, so he's going to spin the dagger on power transfer, gear 3, and discard 3 status tokens. He's going to knock off the stun. He has nothing else, so he's clean. He is completely clean. All right, so now for his second action, I think he's just going to assist and send this shield over to them. And it's all about them now. All right. First thing we're going to do is spin 1 dagger to do 1 damage and 1 poison and 0. 1 damage and 1 poison. All right, and now we got our little passive here. Well, only once per hunter phase. When you deal poison to an enemy, you may deal 1 damage to that enemy for each poison token it has. Then I got to discard half of them, rounded up. So she's going to do 3 more damage. Discard 2 of the 3 poisons. All right. Hold on, we're going to do this a little differently. Put the poison back on him. And with that, she does deal 1 damage. But we're not going to resolve that effect this turn. It says once per, doesn't say you have to do it the first turn. All right. I could do this and do... If I do this one now, I will do 3 more. If I do this one, I will do 4 more. 4 more puts it at 6. Four more puts it at 6. But I also lose all my poison tokens. Whereas 3 more puts it at 5. It leaves 1 poison token on it. Alright, so I think we are going to do it. We're just going to put the 3 more. And remove the 2 poison tokens. Alright, so we can't use that action. Don't want to use this action. Oh, hold on. No. I did that wrong. I looked at that totally wrong. Take the 3 off. Put the 2 poisons on there. And now, what this says, I can spend a dagger. Or anything. I got plenty of daggers. So we'll do a dagger. And I get to choose to put another poison on him. That's what it was. Then do this. Do the 1 damage. And I get to put 4 more on him. Because he has 4. 3, 4. And discard 2. There we go. That's the way you want to do this. That's 6 out of 7. All right. That's his 2 actions. Back over here. There's nothing he can do. I don't. Oh, he has no dice to interact with that. So he has to pass. So we're back over here. I don't think there's much that they can do. And I can get a tactic. But if I get a tactic, I could try to re-roll this for an agility. No, that doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. I pretty much don't see anything they can do. We do need the tactic. I can't cleanse. I could try to roll a magic. What is this? I can't. This is not something you can roll though. I put this in tactics. Get a tactic. Now I could try to re-roll. I got a double and a single. Are there magic symbols on here? Yep. What I could do is try to roll these, hope for a magic symbol, because I really have nothing else I can do anyway. So we're going to spin that tactic to re-roll these 2 dice. All right, let's go to the dice cam. Hopefully it's still working. All right. We're looking for a magic symbol, guys. Did not get it. Got the exact same thing we started with. All right, let's go back to the main. All right, I'm trying to figure out what we can do. Can't cleanse. We can run, which don't figure out the advantage of running. Because I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go that way. I could back up 1 space. I can move him. The reason I don't want to transfer her to him is because in the tornadoes, because I think the special is next. So the tornadoes are going to activate. I don't want her over there. So if I could run and move him somewhere better, like maybe that one back. Yeah, let's do this. Let's run. He moved 3 spaces. 1, 2. Now she can interact with the coffins. You can get 2 lament. I know she has to pick up a burn. Let's look at the coffins real quick. You have to spin a dice to do that. I think so, but we'll check. Coffins. Yeah, it's just spin a dagger or agility. All right. We already passed, so she's up. She's got double daggers. I do not want to transport to him. Wait a minute. She's going to put it here and deal 2 poisons and 1. 2 poisons, 0 to 1. There we go. There we go. And then pass. Not a bad round. Not a bad round, guys. We are going to get a little bit hammered by the minions because I don't think the tornadoes are going to make it. Convergence is not going to attack, but let's deal with your events. Let's see how many events we got left. 2 guys. We got 2. We have to kill that card on this round. All right. Here it is. Fire spreading. Place 1 lament on 1. All right, anybody see 1? There it is. Starting with the first player. Each hunter with any burns deals 1 to all hunters. Any burn? No burn? No burn. So nobody has any burn. Each hunter without a burn gain 1 burn. And if you find the convergence, deal 1 burn to each hunter and 0 to 1 of the grief bound. So they're both going to take another burn. And that's another event down, guys. We are ticking down. All right, there's a lot of things we got to look up if we make it to the final round. And we're doing pretty good. He has not gained a critical yet, so he still got to go all the way back around to 15 There's still 2 more critical injury cards in there. So she can be. I don't think, though. I can't remember how that works. We'll look up the rules when we get there. Okay, so that's the advance. So then we do the minions. Okay, we're going to start at this bottom. Is there a hint of 0 to 3? Yes. All right, but here's the question. I know the minions have to knock people out in a certain order. It said that in the book. I remember reading that. The heroes get to choose who they knock out. Right, that's all they set up. Other rules. But right, here we go. Enemies push out companions, then other minions, and then elites. And then hunters. Alright, so there's no companion. So if he jumps in, he has to push out a minion. There are none. Then elite, so he has to push out a hunter. Okay. So we're going to start with this guy. He's going to move 3. 1, 2. He has to push out a hunter. Who do I want to take this damage? I think I want him to take it because he just resets. All right. Okay. And attack with 2 dice. Let's go to the camera real quick. Roll our 2 dice. Get 2 commons. I'm going to take you to the clockwork. 2 commons. It's 2 damage. I'm going to burn one of my 4. You know, I think I'm just going to take the 2. I don't like it, but that's what we're going to do. This next guy is going to bump in. Bump him out. All right, does he bump out? Oh, but I think he would bump out his hunters last. That would just make sense. Yeah. Companions, other minions, and then elites, and then hunters. So hunters are last. So he'll bump him out. He'll come in. Do the same thing. I'm not going to go to the dice cam. We're just going to roll this. Same thing. 2 damage. We are definitely going to lose the shield this time. Not take any of that damage. All right, and then this guy is going to do the same thing. Bump this guy out. Bump him down here. Put him here. Roll 2. Oh, 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 oh. And he gets 2 commons again. I'm going to. I hate to burn my other 4 shield, but I don't want to take the damage. All right, and that's that. That is the minions. There is no elite. Convergence doesn't do anything because he did not refill his attack track. Move this over. Flip this. He's only got 1 card in his pile. So we destroy 1 more card, guys, and we make it to the final phase. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. Let's finish this, and then we'll take a break. And we go to the special. That's what I thought. All right, the special is tornadoes, right? Yeah, activate tornadoes. Okay, attack all hunters in 0 to 1 with 3 dice. There's none, and then move 2. So they're going to come straight this way. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Let me get these guys not wobbly. All right, so when we come back, we start with the corruption phase. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back. Okay, guys, welcome back. See y'all are on the wrong screen again, like usual. There we go. All right, so here's the situation, guys. Before I came back, we have to kill that card, and we go to the final phase. Just did, everybody. We just did the stage event. And so now we are on the corruption phase. Oh, wait. We did kill an attack card. And we get 2 each. I do believe that is where we are. So we're on the corruption phase. And the first player is the Clockwork. He does not have any hunger, so we can skip that. He is on 10. You may deal 2 unblockable damage to one other hunter in 0, and there is none, to gain 1 lament. If you don't, gain 2 hunger. Well, he has no choice but to gain 2 hunger then, because there is nobody there. And that is him. All right, and then she also has no hunger, so we can skip that. She is on 16, so she gain 2 hunger, discard all tactics, and 2 shields. She has no 2 shields. She has no tactic, but she is going to gain 2 hunger. All right. That is that. Easy enough. Easy enough. So now we go to the lament phase, starting with him. He, as much as I want to, we're too close to the end to risk this. All right. We're going to discard our 2 lament to get rid of our 2 hunger. And she's going to do the same thing. I do think we're going to get a lot of lament on this next phase. Or at least some of us are. All right. There we go. All right, so that's the lament phase. All right, lament phase. We did that. We didn't reach 15. Pass the first player token. Refresh all dice. Refresh oxygen green all dice. Right, I know we had a thing, so this goes back to him. We're going to regain all our dice. I'm going to put them on the board. All right, he's going to gain his dice. He's got 6. He's got 8. What is this? Oh. All right. All right, he has to do his thing at the end of the... When did we do this? Refresh step. That's where we are now. So we don't do this before the status step. Refresh step. So he's got to change gears. Go from 3 to 4. All right, so he has to move 2. The question is, does he want to move? Does he want to move? I don't think he does. I think he wants to stay there. Now, yeah, I think he wants to stay there. His movement is 2 this turn. So that could be good, could be bad. Then we roll dice. I will take you to the dice cam for this. This is pretty vital, starting with the... All right, I turned that off, the same battery, so we'll get this turned back on. All right, let's wait for the signal. There we go. All right. I really would like to see some magics, because I would like to not take damage. I'm not too worried about the curse. All right, we do have 2 magics. I'm going to discard these 2 to get rid of these 2 burns. All right, and then let's see what we have. Some agility. And then a bunch of daggers and one double dagger, which we have to switch to a single dagger because of our disease. And then we have this guy. Come on. Alright, he can also discard 2 magic to get rid of his 2 burns. And then he's down to 4 dice. That's unfortunate, but a double magic, a shield, another shield. Yeah, what is this last one? A movement. Alright, so that's the dice roll. Okay, each hunter may discard another magic. Resolve all stasis. All we have is nothing. We have no stasis to resolve, and we're back to the hunter phase. Alright, let's talk about this real quick. Once I kill that card, if the attack track resets and there's nothing in that pile, the hero phase immediately ends and we go to the enemy phase. So I have to be very careful when I attack that. It needs 1 damage. So if I want to kill off these elites, these minions first. Who's up? Okay, she's first. She can spend 1 dagger to deal 1 and 1 poison. I'm not worried about the poison part of it. That will get rid of the guy on her. And then I can spend another dagger to teleport the assassin to the shadow, pick up some lament, possibly interact with those coffins just to get some health. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 1 dagger. Oh, wait, I forgot this guy's got shields. We got to deal with that. So you got to do 2 damage. Actually, you got to do 1 damage twice. You know, I'm going to knock this guy into his square instead of a separate square. He got knocked out. That way, I can spend a double to do 3 quick strikes and kill 2 shields. So that's all that's going to do. Knock off 2 shields. Then I can spend a dagger to kill off this guy. Gain a lament. And that will be their turn. So now we got the clockwork. We still have to do 1 damage to that guy. So I have to be very, very careful here that I save something to do 1 damage. All right, with this double magic, I can do it. So if I save this double magic, I can do Reel In, which does 1 damage and 0 to 3. So that would be it. I'm also in gear 4, which that's not going to help me. So I need a way to do 1 more damage to knock out one of these guys. I can build a shield to gain a 2 shield. And then I can deal 1 damage and 0 to 1. Which should kill this guy. I want to do that. I don't want to knock off the shield. So we're just going to kill this guy, get rid of him. Lament. Alright, so that is 1 action. He's only got 2 more dice. He's got an agility and a shield. Alright. Power phases go. So he cannot do anything else. But I do not want to pass. So I have to do something. If I can get a magic, I can do this. If I get a magic, I can do this. Or even that. So we are going to spend our tactic to reroll both of these. The odds are against us getting a magic, but we're going to take that chance. All right, let's go to the dice. Oh, we're already up. Man, I am so sorry for leaving y'all on the dice can. All right, we did not get it. Did not get it. All right, we're going to count that as his 2 turns, though. Back over here. Now, the question is, can she somehow... The thing is, once hit card is gone, if it refreshes, that's it. So anything I want to do, I need to do. And I really want to teleport the assassin to the shadow and pick up all that stuff. Can't do that. Can't do that. And I want to leave that poison on for once we get, because I only need 1 damage. Alright, so we're just going to have to kill it. We're just going to have to accept it. So we're going to do this. Spend our 1 dagger. Teleport the assassin to the shadow. It's going to pick her up. 2 lament and a burn. Alright, now how many actions is that? How many did they do? Just the 1, right? Because we did that. Yeah. And we did that to kill 1. He killed the other, and we just did this. Now, what do I got to do to interact with that coffin? I hope it's a dagger, or we're going to spend a dagger to interact with the coffin. Okay. Draw resolve secret card 40. Secret card 40. Let's see. I hope I don't get the same dumb minion I got last time. Alright, so that's secret card 40. How many of them are there? There are 4. I already have 1 of these, and it was a very bad sheep thing or something. Alright, so we're going to shuffle these up and hope for the best. I don't know what. I did look to make sure that that card was in there, that I didn't forget it, but it is in there. I hope I don't get it. I want to mix these up good. I don't. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. I don't know if I put this back in, so let me set that there. All right, here we go. Into the pile. Let's go. Let's see if I can read it from here. I can't even read it. All right, take a look at that, guys. I'm taking you back to the main board so I don't forget. Let's see. Hidden stash. Take equipment. Gain 1 dice. Take metal supplies. Heal 5. Heal 5. I can go up to what? 9? 1, 2, 3. And then I get to gain another dice? What dice do I need? Got a lot of black. A lot of green. No, I don't have a lot. I got 2 greens. I don't need black. I don't have a lot of shield stuff. I do have that. I think I'm going to grab a shield because... No, that's a dagger and a shield. It's not like I can do all 3. I'm thinking green or blue, because I have no blue. Just to give me a better, so the blue's the shield. I have a blue. I have a blue and a purple, and that's it. One blue and one purple. I have a shield event there. The shield event there. And the only thing I really use magic for is to cleanse. So we're going to take a blue. I don't know if I have a blue out. I don't. So we're going to take a blue. Put it in here. Yeah, the assassin and the shadow have a lot of dice. What does this say? Removed. So this card is out of the game. Can't get that one again, which is a good thing, I guess. Not really, but I gotta take this coffin out. This coffin is now gone. All right. So that was their two actions. So now I really have to consider, because like I said, once I kill that card, if I don't get the don't update, it's over. Our turn ends. So is there anything else I want to do? I need to decide. They have a dagger, which they can use to get a tactic, which would be nice. And they can sprint to set themselves up in position somewhere. So I think I'd like to do something. That means he has to do something with these two things. Because I can't pass, because I got to use that. Alright. What gear are we in for? Move 2. I have no reason to move 2. And actually I could, because the reel in would work. Even with that. Alright, so I could use this to power transfer. And what could I use this for? Get a tactic. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do power transfer to move 2. I don't care what direction. 1, 2. Then we're going to use this to get a tactic. And that's his 2 turns. All right, now these two, I know I wanted to get a tactic. What was the other thing? Oh, the ability to move or sprint to where I want to be. So we're going to save this one. We're going to use this one to get a tactic. And then we're going to use this one to sprint. Give us our most moves. So we can move 4 spaces. Where do we want to be? I think I want to be by that portal. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll leave him here. That means them 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Either way, it's the same distance. I can't get away from those shadows. Those tornadoes. Because right now, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I may split them up. All right. Made our decision. We've done it. Pass, come to him. He is going to spin this. Deal 1, and that'll kill it. But, yep, I need forget the tactic, because I didn't realize you need both. So he does not get the tactic. Deal 1 damage. That will kill it. All right. Now, let's see. Get 1 apiece. And we do this. I'm not even going to play around. I'm just going to roll a dice. And we're just going to accept it. Thought of us getting the uncommon again. Nope, got the common. All hunters in 0 to 2 may move 1 and refresh one chosen action. It's not going to matter refreshing an action. But the only one that could... Oh, he's not in 0 to 1 anyway. No, 0 to 2. He can refresh an action. Refresh this one. And he may move 1. He's just going to stay where he is. And refill the attack track, which reveals 2 cards. So this is it. Let me put this back down here, slide this over, and we will read what happens. So we do this correctly. This is only the second time I've gotten here. All right. All right, final act. The final act can only be triggered when enough attack... Yeah, we know that. Enter the final act of the hunt. It's checked every time the attack deck is depleted, which it is. In such case, check that there are 2 or fewer attack cards left. Yes. If so, trigger the final... Otherwise, refill the... Yeah, we're not doing that. We already did that. Remove remaining attack cards. So those 2 go away. This one's gone. This one's gone. Remove all remaining secret 2 critical injuries. So no more secret 2s. So I'm not going to take them out. We just know you can't get them. Okay, no more critical injuries for her. Reveal the final attack card and place it in the this turn slot. There's this one. This is the final attack. Yep. So this goes here. It has 9 health. Okay. Level up the grief bound each elite. So, never mind. They're going to go to 4. It has 11 health. Oh boy. If this happens during the hunter phase, which it did, the grief bound instantly ends the hunter phase. Proceed to the enemy phase. The final attack card cannot be revealed any other way. Final act of killing the grief bound. Okay. Final act. During the final act, the rules change significantly. The death of a single hunter is no longer the end of the scenario. Hunters fight to the last man standing. Killing the final attack card is different from other attack cards described below. When the final attack card is dealt enough damage, instead of removing it, the hunters roll a enemy dice to determine if the griefbound has been defeated or not. On the rare result, the griefbound is dead. Scenario is 1. If there is any other result, all damage is removed and the griefbound level is lowered. Check the final act section of the griefbound board and details. If the griefbound level cannot be lowered further, scenario is 1. Otherwise, the game continues. Okay. So basically, everything's the same, except we have to kill that card 4 times, unless we can roll the rare when we kill it once. Okay. So our turn immediately ends, and we go to... I wonder what happens with events. Do events matter? Do we have to kill it before the events? Because if that's the case, that's kind of crazy. Let me look at the rules real quick. Again, about the events. Because if that's crazy, I cannot kill that thing that many times in 1 turn. That can't be right. Final prediction, evolution step. I'm kind of confused. It doesn't say nothing about events. All right, let me go to the event section. See if it says something in there about that. There's the elite. So it would be the very first step. Okay. All right. Event 6 divided in two parts. All right, so I know I've read that you have to get there before you run out of events. So I'm assuming once the event track is up, we just don't do events anymore. Because it doesn't say. I'm going to look this up online real quick, guys. So give me just a minute. Give me just a second. Okay, let's see. The final phase begins. The tactic is depleted. No additional enemy phase occurs before the final phase. During this phase, the final tech card plays a central role instead of removing the card. Yeah, we know that. One. Still doesn't say anything about the event deck. Maybe it's on the final attack card. Let's take a look at that card. Oh wait, there's something on there. Okay. No. Still doesn't say anything about final act. Oh, this is not helping me, guys. Oh, this is not helping me. Yeah, this is not. I know that it says it is a countdown, so I just don't know what to do with the event deck now. It seems to me like what should happen is it should just be between what's on the board, the heroes, and I can see the elites respawning. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the event deck from the game. I don't know if this is right, but we're just going to remove the event deck. No more events. We'll deal with the minions that are on the board, and we'll attack event. What is this? Oh, that's that secret card. So the event deck is out of the game as far as I'm concerned. We're going to deal with minions only if they spawn. He's dead, so we don't have to worry about him. But we are going to deal with that. We will spawn minions if it tells us to. But the event, so we're going to have no event. We're going to do right to, unless it's just supposed to be you and the Griefbound. But there are minions on the board. And I would think you should have to deal with at least them. Is there one behind here for me? Yeah. Because it doesn't say remove. So we're just going to deal with what's on the board. We're not going to do any more stage cards. We're not going to do. We're going to just do 2 till they're dead, and then it's just going to be us versus the Convergence. That's how I'm going to play this, and I will look it up, and I will let you know if that's correct or not. And you already got to beat this thing 4 times. All right, so let's see. Is there 100 0 to 3? Yes. Move 3. 1, 2. All right, 1, 2. An attack with 2 dice. And he gets the 2. So he's going to do 2 damage. 1, 2. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And do 2 damage. So that's going to put the stun token on him. Take him all the way back up to 15. And he is now his final 15 hit points, and he gets a stun, which we are going to put onto run. All right, and then I think that's the last one. Yep, that's it. So that's it for them. There is no elite. So then we go to the final attack card. Yeah, I'm going to move this. We don't need this anymore. I'll put it there. I know it's... All right. This card cannot be discarded from this turn slot. Attack all hunters on the map with 4 dice. And basically, all he's going to do is burn you. He has to roll the rare. All right. So first player is the twins, so we'll do them first. And he got none. And then we're going to roll 4 dice. 4. And he got none. All right, so I'm going to keep this card. I'm going to keep it up there so we know it's 11. And that is the end of the enemy phase. That's all. Oh, so he doesn't even have to move. So the fight's pretty much going to take place right here. All right. So it comes back to us. I'm going to go ahead and do step 5. I just don't. And that is spawn. So we are going to spawn 4 minions. 1, 2, 3. We only have 3 left, so they're going to come on. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 7, and 6. All right. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. All right. So then, now it's our turn. Deal with the corruption phase first. And first player is the twins. We're way up there. They have No hunger. So we can skip that phase. And on her corruption, she is on 16. Gain 3 hunger or take 3 unblockable damage. We're going to gain the 3 hunger. They're not taking damage right now because there are no criticals anymore. So she loses her last 9 hit points. She's done. All right, so then we go to the Clockwork, who has no hungers as well. And he is on 10. So he's still in the middle. You may exchange up to 3 status tokens for hunger if you don't gain 2 burns. Up to so he's going to exchange 1 for a hunger. It says up to, so he did all he could. So he's not going to take burns instead. All right. Now it's to the lament phase, starting with first player. She's going to exchange 3 and go 1, 2, 3. She's definitely taking a card because she has plenty of dice. All right. I'm going to take this quick, guys. So I'm not going to put these in a dice cam. I'm just going to read them to you. You guys are on the right spot, right? No. Leave it to me to not leave y'all. I'm going to try to leave y'all on that screen for the rest of the game. We got Poison Strike. I don't have that one, right? No, I have 3 quick strikes. Deal 1 damage and 2 poisons in 1. Great way to put some. Stab the torso. I don't think hit the body part. Deal 1 damage to 0 and 1. Deal 1 additional damage for each. If the body part is an arm or a torso, what is this thing? It's a heart. So that card is not going to. You're never going to get that. And then it's the Shadows 3. So I don't want this one. I'm going to take Poison Strike. And we're going to get rid of this. All right, he's got to bump up. He's just going to go up 2. Sucks, but he has got to get flipped over. He has 1 hunger. We'll just have to deal with it. All right. So, no critical injuries. Resolve all permanent effects. There are none. Oh, wrong thing. We did that. Refresh step. Pass the first player token, so he is now the first player. All right, refresh all actions, get all of our dice back. All right. There's one thing about twins. This particular game, they have plenty of dice. All right. Refresh all actions, regain all dice, resolve all refresh steps, effects, and then he gets to change gears. Okay, so he could deal 1 damage and 0, and his movement is 1. So he is going to knock off one of these shields. That's nice. All right. All right, so now we got to roll. First player. I will let you see these rolls, guys. We're going to go in. We're going to roll each one. We're going to roll each one. All right, let's turn this camera off and back on. Then I'm going to take you to the main board. So I don't leave you on that screen again. All right, he's got plenty of magic and no shield. This is a bad run. Bad roll. He needs shields. All right, so he will definitely get in a tactic. And all he has is 1. He can't do that anyway, so he's going to keep his roll. Now we're going to roll. And of course, it's no magic. 2, 1 shield, and a bunch of daggers. This is not the best roll for us. Oh, because huh. Oh, she's got one more lament. We're gonna go ahead. Man, I'm just gonna use it to get rid of a hunger, since we didn't. All right. Um. He had nothing to use the mat. He has. This is a very bad roll for him. Okay, so let me take you out to the main board. Looks like my dice cam battery may have just died, so we want to have a dice cam for the rest of the game. All right. First player, he has got to get a tactic. What do I need? I need shield, so I want to re-roll both of these. Definitely this one. I'm going to save this double magic. So I'm going to use this to get a tactic. I'm going to spin that tactic to re-roll all these dice. Very good, very good, very good. Better anyway. All right, so we got a double shield, a double magic, a shield, and a shield. So we got two double magics, one double shield. Her disease or curse, she didn't get anything double, so she can't flip anything. Oh wait, I got a movement in my daggers. Oh, and another. What the heck? Am I blind? Another movement in my daggers. Okay. So he did his two. He got a tactic, spent a tactic, and I'm just going to let him chill. I've got to get going. I really. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I may run. Am I going to spin this shield? I think I am. So I'm going to use one agility to run. And I'm going to move him. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spend another agility to sprint and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one do I want in his space is the question. So I can swap those two around. But that was our two moves. I got to figure out which one I want where. Because I can teleport the assassin to the shadow. So yeah, we're going to leave it like that. Now we're going to come back over here to him. He has to make some decisions. Because if we do reel in, I don't think I want to do reel in. It says I may do reel in because I have a double magic and a single shield. And I can do 1, 2, 3 damage to him, and I may move him. I don't think I want to teleport him, so I'm just going to do 3 damage to him. All right, that's 1. Then I want to start getting up some shields. A single shield will allow me to gain a 2 shield. All right, that's his 2 actions. Oh, we did not get lament for killing that last card. Or maybe we did. I don't know. All right, now we're back over here. All right. So, for a single dagger, I can teleport the assassin to the shadow. And then for a dagger and a shield, I can do 3 damage with 3 times the strikes. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a dagger and a shield. Alright, first we're going to teleport her to him. And we're going to do 3 more damage. Alright, now it's back to him. All he has is a double magic and a double shield. And he has 2 shields. Alright, the double magic I don't think is going to help him much. What are we on? Gear 1? Alright, so what I think I'm going to do, spin this double shield to deal 2 damage to him. Take him out, gain a lament. Then I'm going to spin this here to do 2 damage and knock off his shield. And that's going to probably be it for the clockwork this turn. Alright, now these guys. I can put this here. Nope, it's a dagger, not this. The assassin can deal 1 damage and 1 poison and 0. So 1 damage and 1 poison. 1 damage and 1 poison. Now, if I use this passive effect now, harming effect, when you deal poison to an enemy, you may choose to deal 1 damage to that enemy for each poison it has taken. If you do, discard half the poison. So that would be 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. So that would kill it. And I have to discard 3 poison tokens. So this would knock this down. First things first, you have to roll this, and if we get the rare, he's dead. Did not get it. Alright. So all this damage goes away. And we have to do 9 more. Alright. Comes back over here to the clockwork. Wait, I did this. This does not count as an action. It says once per 100 phase, so maybe it does. It doesn't matter because I don't think he can do anything. He has no dice. So now we're going to come up here. I'm going to spend an agility to do 2 poison and 0 to 1. Put 2 poison on this guy. Now, once again, I can only do that once per 100 phase, though. But, what does this say? Choose an enemy and 0 to 1 resolve. Deal 1 poison to chosen and discard all poison tokens to deal 1. I could do that. So I have a movement and a knife. I could do this. We're going to do the movement and the knife to deal 1 damage and 2 poison. That's going to put my 5th poison and 1 damage. Okay, and then she passes. So that's a double pass. What am I looking at here? Oh, this is a permanent event. Oh, events are gone, though. We're not doing events. But this is a stage card. So this is permanent. I'm supposed to activate the tornado, so we're going to do that first. When you activate the tornado, you do a special. Attack all 100 0 to 1, no, and move 2. So you're going to move 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right, so they are now there. Right, it's going to get ugly quick with those tornadoes because they're going to start attacking every turn. Right, so no events. Now we go to the minions. Start with the one that's already in his space. He's going to attack with 2 dice. And do 2 uncommons, which is 2 damage and a stun. I'm going to get rid of the shield to get rid of the 2 damage and take the stun. We're going to put this on assist. She's got so many dice, it don't matter. All right, then this guy's going to go 1, 2. Attack with 2 dice. Do 2 damage and a stun. He's going to go ahead and drop this off and take another stun. We're going to put that on cleanse for now because I have nothing that I can use for cleanse. Alright, then this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. Knock out the shadow. Attack twins for 2 damage and a stun. We're not going to take the 2 damage. We're going to drop our 4 shield. Take the stun though. We're going to put that on our assist. Alright, and then the rest, then there's only one more. That's that one. So he is going to move 3 and gain a 2 shield. 1, 2, 3. Gain a 2 shield. Alright. That's the minion phase. There is no elite. So now it goes to Griefbound. Alright, I know he just attacks with all 4 dice. And he's looking for the rare. Alright, who has the first player token? Clockwork. So he's going to go Clockwork first. And he did not get it. Then he's going to go to the twins. And he still did not get it. Alright, so then we're going to activate and do a stage. Uh-oh. Hellish Tornado. Oh no! Level up the Griefbound. Right back to 4. You gotta be kidding me. See, this is why I don't think this is the way it's supposed to work. Place this card on the Griefbound stat card to alter this special. Oh, so now his special does something different. Attack all hunters 0 to 1 with 2. You see, I don't think this is supposed to happen. So I'm not doing this because this is supposed to be us versus the Griefbound. I really don't understand it, but see, because this changes so much. Because he attacks all hunter with 2, yet his attack only does that, and this shows other things. So that's why I don't think this is right. So we're not going to do stage. We're going to take stage out as well. Now we will deal with the stuff that's on the board, but we're done with stages other than this one because it's a permanent. All right, so then it comes back to after the end of the monster phase, us corruption. Starting with the clock, and he does have hunger. Okay. Move 1 toward the closest space with lament for each hunger you have. So what's the closest space with a lament? Uh-oh, this is not good, guys. Because I think the closest spot with a lament is one of these. So he has to go 1, activating these monsters. And then take 1 damage for each hunger you have if I didn't take the lament. There was no lament. Okay. Move 1 toward 50 for each hunger you have. Take 1 to reach it. Oh, otherwise. Okay, so otherwise take 1 for each. Okay. So he could have not moved and just took 1 damage. Which I think is what I'm going to do. Because I don't want those guys to activate. He has to take 1 damage for his hunger. And for each damage taken, discard 1 hunger. So he could discard that hunger. So that's actually better. And then he is now on 12. You may exchange up to 3 status tokens for hunger if you don't gain 2 burns. He has no status. Yes, he does. Ha ha ha. They get rid of his 2 stuns for 2 hunger. Alright, and that's him. Now we go over. She has 2 hunger as well. Hunger. Alright, move 1 toward the closest enemy. Deal 1 damage to each enemy and 0 for each hunger you have. Oh, well, I got an enemy right in front of me. I have 2 hunger, so I'm going to do 2 damage to him. Where's that? My singles. Let me put this back on 3, guys. Alright, and then shuffle the deck. Alright. And what's next? Oh, Lament. First player, he has 1, which we're going to give him a die. We're going to give him a dice for sure. We're going to move his 1. He's just going to deal with the hunger. He's going to get a dice. He's got... Oh, man. What does his abilities call for? Magic? Magic and defense? Magic and defense? Magic and defense? Anything? Bam. I'm going to take another blue. He has nothing. I know he's got sprint and stuff, but... Oh, it was a gear that allowed him to set his dice to what he wanted. Alright. And she has none. Do you get any when you defeat this card? Even once? Because I know he defeated it once. No. Nope. So once you get here, unless you got enemies or Lament on the board, you're pretty much stuck. One thing I may do, they're going to go toward the closest. And he's not going to move. We might be getting really beat up here. Alright, anyway. We spent our Lament. Because he had none. Move the first player token. Refresh. Refresh step actions, there are none. And then he moves gears. What can he do? Gain a 2 shield, which he will do. And his movement, I think, is 2. Nope, his movement is 0 this turn. That's not good. But he's probably just going to knock out those 2 guys. Alright, so we roll dice. Starting with the first player with all these dice. Alright, we've got 3 daggers. We've got 2 magics. We've got a shield and an agility. And we have another agility. And last but not least, another agility. Alright, now I can spend these. I'm going to spend 1 to get rid of this burn so I don't take the damage. Discard that dice. And now let's roll for him. She doesn't have any doubles because she says that. Nope, no doubles. He has 1 double shield, 2 single shields. Put those here. 2 magics. And 1 of each of these. He has no burns. You can only get rid of those with Lament. And he has no reason to do that. Okay. And I do believe... Yep. We are on to these guys. She's going to spend this... Wait, do I need this magic somewhere? No, because I'm not going to do that. I can do that for you. So I'm going to spend this on cleanse. Get rid of this stun and get rid of this dang disease. Let's get rid of this. Right, that's one action. Alright. Now if we're going to try and draw these tornadoes away, it's not going to be easy. Now remember, he can move the Griefbound. But he can only move them so far. Like if he could go, what's his movement? 0? That's not good. If he could get through this portal, come up over there, get within 3, would be there. 1, 2, 3. He could pull him to here. Those tornadoes are going to be a pain in the butt. Right, we got 5. So if we can do anything to add poison, that will be 5 damage. So she is in the space for a dagger. She could deal 1 damage and 1 poison and 0. Play this to make it 6 damage. 6, 7, 8, 9. That kills it. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Move 3 of the poison tokens. Drop this down to a 2. And roll. And if we get the rare, we win. Nope. Alright. That was our 2 actions. We cleansed and we did that. Alright, now this guy, he is getting kind of frustrated with this. He can kill 2 of these. He can spend a magic to gain a 2 shield. And then he's going to spend his double shield. And he says I could deal up to 1 for every 2. So I'm going to do 1 to him and 1 to him, 1 for each 2. So then I got 2 of these guys. Give him 2 more lament. Hey, Herbs. Yep, and he will be able to change over next turn. 2 more lament. All right. So that's his 2 turns. All right, we're back over here. If this card is down for the round, I'm going to flip it sideways so I know I can't do it again. All right. Three quick strikes. Shadow has to be 3 plus. He's not. Poison effect. All right. So we are going to spend these 2, dagger and agility, to deal 1 damage and 2 poison. 1 damage and 2 poison. All right. Now what? I have a shield left. I might run real quick. Move him into this space and knock this dude out. Then I can spin this shield and get her a 4 shield. Alright, then the next thing that I may do. Alright, that's her 2 turns. They spent a lot of dice. I may have done more than 2, but now this guy. What does he want to do? What gear are we on? 2? I can gain a 4 shield, which, I mean, that's alright, I guess. I think one of these up to move to 4 for any dice, so we might hold on to that. I could do reel in again. If I can get a 4 shield, that doesn't be more damage. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. I might start using the assassin to pull the tornadoes away. I don't want to do that, but I think I might. I might use reel in. I don't have double magic, so I can't. So I can't use reel in. For a single magic, I can gain a 2 shield, which will make that a 4. Alright. Cleanse. I can't cleanse anything. We might be using this with one of these shields to gain a 4 shield. Alright, that's just 2 actions. Right, back over here. Actually thinking about sprinting into the river. Because if I end up here, I am 1, 2 away, and I am 1, 2, 3 away. So I need to end up here. So I'm going to sprint and go 1, 2, float down river, and stay here. And when I go into the river, unfortunately, I think I gain a curse or something. Gain 2 curses. Discard 2 burns. Gain 2 curses. And which one of the curses? Alright. Gain 2 curses. Secret card 1. Why did I not remember that? Secret card 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Just shuffle those up. Alright, get rid of that bottom one. Get them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, here it is. Curse of weakness. Same thing I just had. But I get 2 curses. Alright, and my goal here is to drag those tornadoes toward me. And I'm going to lead them away. Alright. So now, all we have left is a dagger. And I'm going to put it here. And the shadow deals 1 and 0. Alright, so now this guy. He doesn't have a lot left. He can't cleanse. He can assist, but what would I do? What would I send over? They already got a tactic. Oh, I don't have a tactic. I can spend something on a tactic. I don't want to run a sprint because I actually want to be where I am. But I am going to get the tactic. I just don't know what to spend on it. I have nothing that takes a shield. We're going to gain the tactic. He definitely needs another card because I can cleanse, but I have nothing to cleanse. I don't want to run or sprint, but I don't want to move. So he's just going to pass. And then they're going to pass. And we have to do this. Activate tornadoes. All right. Attack all hunters in 0 to 1, which is nobody. And they're going to move 2. So they're going to come down, go 1, 2, and move to her. She has the most corruption, and she's equidistant. Okay, so, and that's that. Minions. How many minions do we have? We have 2. This one is going to come in here. Attack her with, I believe, 2 dice. Yep. And you get 2 damage and a stun. I'm going to drop the shot. I'm not going to take the damage. I'm just not going to do it, but I'll take the stun. We're going to put on assist. And then this one is going to go 1, 2, 3. He already has a 2 shield. Gain a 2 shield, deal 1 damage and 1 stun to each hunter. So 1 damage. He's going to drop his 4 shields. Now I'm going to take the 1 damage. And take the 1 stun. I said 1 stun, right? Yep. He's going to put his on his assist. And that's that. No elites. We're not doing those. So now it's on to him. He basically attacks with 4 dice. And if he gets the rare, so who's first player? Twins. Still nothing. He still hasn't gotten it. He rolled it 1 time. Clockwork. Still didn't get it. But I am getting lucky. Because I know it's 4 burns if he hits. Okay. So then we're back to the beginning. Corruption. Corruption for the twins. Do they have hunger? No. They are definitely at the bottom. Gain 2 hunger and discard all tactics and 2 shields. Well, gotta get rid of the tactic. I don't have a shield, but I do gain 2 hunger. Nothing about resetting. He has 2 hunger. Move 1 to the closest space. Oh, this again? With a lament. Oh, wait. I had an option here. Otherwise, take 1 damage for each hunger you have. And for each hunger, you take this kind of. So I'm going to have to take the 2 damage. 1, 2. Does it say unavoidable? Nope. I'm going to get rid of one of my 4 shields to not take the damage, but I am going to have to take the. Oh, and I get to get rid of the 2 hunger. Alright, and it does not say reshuffle. Alright, so this is now that. Now Lament, he's going to spend his 2 to change over. Let's see what he gets when he changes over. Switch gears. For a dice, he can switch. Oh, he has another defense slot. After you flip, choose 1. Gain a 2 shield for each defense slot, or move 1 for each defense slot. You cannot heal. All right, so all he did, so he's going to gain a 2 shield for each defense slot, which would be this one and this one. This guy is becoming a beast. Okay, so after we spend Lament, last first player token. Fresh all action, regain all dice. And He has to switch gears to 3. Take 1 damage. Set 1 dice to your chosen. So he's going to take the 1 damage. That's not right. And he gets to set. I'm going to give myself, I think just double magic is what I want this time. He's going to go ahead and give himself a double magic. That way he can use reel in more likely. All right. Even though this could be better. I'm going to go ahead and give himself. I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right. Time to roll dice. First player. Really hoping to get a double shield. Got it. Aha. We got 1 dagger, single shield, 3 more single shields, and a double shield. That's what I was hoping for. Now let's roll for twins. A couple of shields. Let them move this over. I just running out of room for some reason, it seems like. A couple of shields, magic. A couple of movements. 3 daggers at least. I got 1 more dice here, and it is a shield. Alright. Alright, I'm not too worried about... Oh, I gotta change something double. I have no double, so I don't have to worry about that. I can't get rid of those that way. So I'm just going to save this for cleanse. Alright. First player. Is going to be... Clockwork. Alright. I want to use reel in, and I want to pull him to me. Two damage. If I can get this to a 4 and this to a 4, I can do 6 damage right there. 6, and that would kill him. But I got to do this right, because reel in by itself is going to do 1, 2, 3, and then 6 would be overkill. 6 would be overkill. All right. But yeah, because it's got to be. Oh, but I can move 2. Oh, guys, so let's see if we can get the shields. If I spend 1 shield and gain a 2 shields, we make this a 4. If I spend 1 magic, but I can't because I want to do. No, I want to do this turn. I want to do the reel in. If I spend the 1 magic, I could get another 2 shield, make this a 4. Alright, so that's just 2 turns. And then it becomes our turn. Now, she has a minion which she could kill with a simple little dagger. I think I might do that. Take this guy out. That'll give me 1 lament. That'll allow me to get 1 more upgrade before it's over. Alright. Now, the only person... I want to pull them away. Right now, they're 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So I got to be within 3. So they will come to me here. So I want to move here. That's 1, 2, 3. That's just a regular movement. So any dice can do that. We can do that later. And if I move 1, 2, then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can actually move into there. Help with the attack. So if I move, run. I don't think I need all these shields. So we're going to use a shield to run. and go 1, 2. Get into this space. All right. Now, we need 6 damage. I can get 5. I can get 4 if I do, well, I can do this again. With this ability, I can deal 2 damage and 0 to 1. 2 poisons and 0 to 1. I put anything I want there. If this, oh, I want to cleanse. So I'm going to put this cleanse to get rid of these curses. Alright. That's their 2 actions. She ran and she cleansed. Now he is going to use his double shield to move 2. 1, 2, knock the shadow out. Then deal 2 damage for every 4 shield. Yes, so he's going to do 2, 4, 6 damage. 6, 7, 8. That knocks this out. That's 8 damage. Which knocks this down to level 1. We're going to roll to see if we get the uncommon or the rare. Nope. So we are going to have to beat this thing. But it's only got 6 left. And I think I can kill it. Alright, so he did that. He's got 1 more action. He is on gear 3. Discard 3 status tokens. Doesn't need to reel in. He's used everything. He thought he has a tactic. He has to do something. He definitely needs... I'm going to go ahead and just put anything. Put one of these shields to discard 3 status tokens and just get rid of this. That gives him his 2 turns. Okay, now we need to time this. We need 6 damage. If I put 1 here, one of these shields, I can put 2 poisons, which I only have 1. Then, when you deal poison to an enemy, you may deal 1 damage to that enemy for each poison. And then, so I'm going to do 5 damage to him. 3, 4, 5. Take off 3 poison tokens. And he has 1 hit point left. Can we do 1 damage and win this game? I can spend a shield and a dagger to do 3 quick strikes and do 1 damage. That's 6. That's game. We won. I can't believe it. It actually goes pretty good once you get to the end phase. At least on this one. Definitely was not as hard. Alright, there we go. Alright, guys. Not exactly sure if we did the end phase right. I definitely have to do some research. It wasn't exactly. I know they said if you didn't get to the end phase before the event deck runs out, you lose. But we got to the end phase, so it doesn't tell you what to do with the event deck after that. Same thing with the stage cards, because it tried to change, which it can't change. So I'm not exactly sure how that should have went. But I will look into that, and I will let you know. And thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. We finally got a win. I will be taking a break from this game and bring something new. And I will let you know what that is as soon as I figure that out. All right.